Hi, Tim here from Tim's Thrifty Music. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but today I went to Thrift. I hadn't been there for a while, for at least a month, I'd say. But I came home with 12 albums, so I figured I'd show them in this video. But before that, I'll let you know what's been going on since my last video. Of course, everybody knows about COVID-19. Well, at the end of March, my mom tested positive. First that she was being rushed to the ER at a hospital because we were thinking she was having a heart attack or some at the time. But they weren't expecting her to live, but a couple days later came back that she had COVID-19. She was on a ventilator for a week in the ICU, and then they moved her to another area because she had got off the ventilator. She was in the hospital for a month and a half before they sent her to a rehab facility. Yes, fortunately, my mom's a COVID survivor, but that was one of the top things on my mind, where I didn't really feel like doing videos. Then, in the middle of June, also my health problems have been acting up a lot, and then in June, in the middle of June, there was a fire in the apartment building I'm in, but it was in the front half. I'm in the back half, and the fire was contained to the front half, but I did have smoke damage to my apartment, and so we went up to stay with my daughter up by Janesville, Wisconsin. That's around 45-minute drive from here. And we were there for over 3 weeks before it was smelling good enough to move back in. But then I decided I was going to rearrange my shelves and stuff. I moved them to the other side of the wall because it's hard to explain how it is, but on the wall that they were along, it's a wall connecting it to the next half over. See, between the two, well, I won't go into that, but put it this way: I moved the books to the side of that doesn't have get a weight bearing on it, and put all my albums the records on the other side, and because I think 2,800 albums weigh a little more than like 500 books, so so got moved back in July. That happened. Fire was in June. Moved back in July, and just like with my health problems and stuff yet, and also our cat. On the 3rd of July, we have a 16-year-old cat, and on the 3rd of July, which happened to be her birthday, her 16-year birthday, and she was like stumbling and stuff, walking real weird. So, and of course, because the 4th being on Saturday, the 4th of July, a lot of people had off on the 3rd. So for a vet, we had to go see an emergency, go to an emergency vet facility up in Madison, Wisconsin. And they kept our cat there overnight doing some tests, and they they know she's had some neurological damage. That they were checked if it was a stroke or what. We're not really sure yet what it was. But she seemed to be getting better. But they didn't expect her to last too long. But she's still going strong yet until this past week where she wasn't eating anything, and so, but she's in the regular vets, and she's having to stay at least a night or two there because she was constipated real bad, and so they're having to do stuff there to get her eating and going to the bathroom regularly again, and and also during the time there, I have aunt and uncle that both got COVID-19. My aunt, she wasn't too bad, so she was in the hospital for a day or two and then sent home. But my uncle, and she was quarantined at home, and she's doing better now. My uncle, it was only a week or two ago, or like a week or so ago, where he got to I think it was a couple weeks ago, or it was a week or two, but where he's finally out of the ICU, he's off the ventilator and stuff, and they're getting ready to send him to a rehab facility. So with all that on my mind, I didn't make any videos. But now let me show you the videos that I picked up today. The first of them are like some groups that and artists that I tried to like their albums. And the first one is Poco. This is an album From the Inside. This is from 1971. Yes, I like Poco's music. Like Jim Messina was in it, and Richard Fury, or Fury, or whatever. And they're like country rock, and I like their music. Another Poco album, A Good Feeling to Know. This is from 1972. Yet another Poco album, Crazy Eyes, and all these were 89 cents a piece. And this one's a replacement from the one I have, because one I have has some warp in it. This is Poco 7. The one I have, like I said, is warped, but it's also a quad. This is just a stereo one. Okay, here's another artist that's part of my classic country collection. That's Buck Owens. This is Before You Go and No One But You. This is it's from the early 60s, like 65 or something like that. Next one is If You Ain't Lovin'. This is a Pickwick reissue of, I can't remember the name of that one now. Okay, Your Tender Loving Care, still Buck Owens. All these are Buck Owens and his Buckaroos too, so. With the last of the Buck Owens, Open Up Your Heart. I got all these Buck Owens are from the 60s. And then another classic country, Ricky Skaggs, That's It. This is a reissue of the album from 75. And now two single ones that I got. Dan Fogelberg, Capture Danger. I can't remember if I already have that one or this one or not, but this one's nice and clean, so. And that's what. Next one Yeah, Matthews, Tiger Soul survived, of course. He was in Fairport Convention, and then he was the lead singer for the Flying Burrito Brothers for a little bit, and then he went solo. This is his first solo album. And that's her like that. And Ricky Skaggs on our stuff for my 70s music. And this one, this is Rex Smith out Forever. He had the hit on the album before this one, if I remember right, from the 70s. And sometimes I like to get some of the artists' other albums if I see them just how they are. And the last one is Rick Roberts Windmills. The thing that got me to get it is seeing if I can get this in where I have. There's a spot on him where right over here. Let's see if I can get it close enough to see it. Okay. See that right there, it says from Firefall. See, like I said, he was in the Fairport Convention, and then the Flying Burrito Brothers, and then he made 2 solo albums. 2 years after releasing this album, he was one of the forming members of Firefall, which is a group that I've liked since the beginning. Well, that's all I have for this time, and also I might have to do another video today because I've had an idea of a new series since I haven't been on for a good while. I figured maybe try doing a short daily video. What I'll do is I've been cleaning out my albums again and getting them arranged to my shelves, and also entering them in a database so I can have more of an idea of where everything's at and stuff. And so I'm cleaning out them and I'm spinning out them. I started spinning them. After I got moved back in. It took a few days because I said I moved my shelves around and stuff, and I rearranged them because instead of going alphabetically and stuff, I figured, okay, let's do it by the years that the albums were released, because sometimes I always learn about stuff like that, and that way I have when I sorted them or putting them on the shelves, first I did the 60s and before and the unknowns, then this all together in one group, then all my 70s in one group, and then the 80s and after in one group. Well, it looks, by what I've ended up with, I have more of the 70s than the other two combined. So that way I'll have all my 70s stuff grouped together and make it easier to find them, because that's pretty much my comfort music is stuff from the 70s. So, but I figured that since I'm going through all and listening to them all, each day I'm going to do a short video, record of the day, and I'll show record that I've listened to that day, and talk about it a little bit about it and what I think of it and stuff. And so, like I said, I might make a video of that later today. Well, that's all I have for you this time. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.